YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Reggie with the light. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded, where I come and bring you out of the darkness into the light. And today I'm gonna bring you into the light about how the Democratic Party manipulates the black community for their votes. Okay? And I'm gonna pinpoint the election of Barack Obama, where he promised a lot but delivered nothing. Okay? If you guys remember the Barack Obama campaign, it was all about change, it was all about hope. He had all the, rappers and entertainers, because that's how they know they can get black people. That's how they know they can get the black community. Go get the rappers, go get the entertainers. Those who the black people look up to. Black people don't look up to actual politicians or lawyers or legislators who are black and who know what's going on. They look up to the entertainers. Whatever the entertainers tell them to do, that's what black people are going to do. So go get the black entertainers and have them say, if you don't vote, like what your boy Diddy had, vote or die. The vote or die. And it's funny because ever since when Barack Obama did get elected, it was a lot of innocent black men getting shot and killed any damn way. And no justice was being served, right? So what both parties do, the Republicans and the Democrats, they manipulate the black people for their vote. During this time, it was manipulating black people with Kamala Harris. Get this black woman who was a legislator, who was a prosecutor in California, get her and put her as a vice president to, Biden, and we will have the vote. We will have the black vote. That's all we got. That's all we got to do. And it worked. The formula worked. It works every time. They got 94% of the female, the black woman female vote, right? And they play on. They go up to the Breakfast Club and they recite some rap songs. She talk about Tupac and everybody caught her in the lie, but it don't matter. It don't matter if people actually catch her in the lie, catch her. What's the word that they do? Pretty much, dang, I can't think of the word, but they caught her in a lie. They show how she was trying to manipulate black people into to thinking that she was down with the culture, and she was this and she was that. She has no, and she's not down with the culture. But regardless if she was down with the culture or not, we have to look at her track record. And people was bringing up her track record about her locking up a large amount of black men. But of course, in the black community, black men don't matter. It's all about the black woman. So black women did not care that she was locking up all these black men. Only thing they cared about was she was a black woman, and we're going to vote for her just because of that. Not because of her policies, not because what she believed in, not because of her track record, only because she's a black woman. And that's what they do. They play on the emotions of the black community, specifically the black woman, right? And it worked. She got 94% of the black female votes. Same thing with Obama. Go get this Obama guy. He has a black wife. We're gonna get the vote. They knew they was gonna get our vote, right? And Barack Obama was promising change. He was talking about hope. He was talking about he was going to do all of these things. And when he got into the office, it actually got worse for black people. Innocent black men started to be gunned down in the streets, and it was no reparation. It was no. I didn't mean to say reparations, but shit. He could have tried to get us some reparations, but I'm gonna get to that later. But black men was getting shot down in the street. There was no, polices were getting off scot-free. None of them was none of them was being convicted of murder or anything, right? No legislation was passed for police brutality or nothing like that, right? But if we look at what happened when the Chinese people were supposedly getting discriminated against, they hurried up and passed a law for discriminating against Chinese people. And y'all see how quick that happened? Y'all see how quick they passed that law for discriminating against Asian people? I ain't mean to say Chinese people, but Asian people. That happened very quickly. It didn't take over 400, 500 years of straight, hell. They didn't have to go through 400, 500 years of straight hell to get legislation passed to protect them. And we are still waiting on legislation to be passed to hold police accountable for what they do. And it still ain't gonna be passed, and it ain't gonna be passed because the only thing they do is lie to you to get you to go vote, and y'all keep falling for the same trick over and over and over again. And I just don't understand why y'all think whoever you vote in that office is gonna help you, black people. They're not gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't pass when Barack Obama was in office. He didn't pass nothing. He didn't say, okay, well, let's try to get black people free education. Nope, he didn't do that. Oh, okay, well, let's try to get black people to the point where they don't pay taxes. Nope, he didn't do that. He didn't do anything specifically for black people at all. But what he did do, I mean, the LGBTQ community, they came up big time. They got a lot of shit passed for them. And that's the thing about this whole liberalism, this liberal movement. It's not about black people. And I don't understand when black people gonna get that through your head. It's not about you. It's about this feminism, this feminist movement, including the LGBTQ community. It has nothing to do with black people. And I don't understand when black people gonna understand that. That's why they always try to lump this LGBTQ struggle with the black struggle, and you can't lump those two struggles together because you have LGBTQ Asians, Caucasians, Spanish, you know what I'm saying? So you can't continue to lump that in, and they do that just so they will never have to do anything for the black community. They're gonna continue to ignore the black community. If y'all haven't noticed that. But every time y'all get all hyped up believing that y'all believe that Barack Obama was gonna do something, I did too. I don't know why I was so foolish enough to believe that. Y'all believe, and then y'all went to go vote for Biden just because of Kamala Harris, and she was she was locking black men up left and right for nonviolent charges, for marijuana. And this is the thing about black people. We always do things off emotions instead of logic, instead of logical thinking. And we have to get out of that. We have to get out of that. This liberal movement has destroyed the black community. It has created single parent households. It has created a war between the black man and the black woman. It has allowed the prison, prison has become overwhelmed with black men because they was raised by black women without a father in the household to hold the woman or the child accountable and to discipline the child. So now the jails is filled with black men. This democratic way and liberal way is not the way for the black community. Because it's no structure. It's anything goes. It's chaos. That's what being liberal and being free, anything goes. That's why we have these entertainers running our communities. That's why our women look up to women like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj. That's our women. That's our prototypical black woman in today's community, in today's community. That's who they look up to. That's their role model. How can you build a family with a woman who look up to those type of women? How can you build a community with women that look up to those type of women? You can't. You can't. Because that creates selfish women who only care about themselves. They don't care about the community. They don't care about their family. They don't care about their children. They just want to run free and do it and run wild and do whatever they want to do. And that's not how it works. That's not how they do it in the white community. That's not how they do it in the Asian community. That's not how they do it in the Spanish community. Well, a little bit of the Spanish community, but that's not how they do it in the, for the most part in the Spanish community. That's not how they do it in the Indian community. They don't do that. They don't have single parent households. They don't depend on government funding to replace the man. They don't replace their men and their husbands with a check, with food stamps, and government housing, and you know, things like that. They don't do that. See, black people, we think that the government is on our side, and they're not. Whether it's Republican or Democrat, they're not on our side. When are y'all gonna understand that? Only way we get out of this is if we come together, have a group economic mentality. See, they disrespect us because we create the economy. And they say, well, we don't have to give them anything. They're still gonna go out here and spend their money. They're still gonna go out here and spend their money on Black Friday. They're still gonna go out here and spend their money on a holiday that we created that came from when we used to sell them as slaves. They're still gonna go, we can make a mockery out of them, and they're still gonna go spend their money. They're not gonna save their money. They're not gonna invest into their children. They're not gonna invest into their communities. They're not gonna invest into their education. They're not going to invest. They're going to spend their hard-earned money and continue to be slaves and continue to get no respect. And we're gonna be able to do anything we want to them. We're going to promise them this. We're going to put these puppets in front of them. We're going to get them. We're going to play on their emotions. We're going to go get them to vote for who we place in front of them. And nothing's going to change. These people that we place in front of them to vote for, they're not going to change no legislation. They're not going to change nothing. Barack Obama promised all this and delivered on zero. And it's like in the black community, you can't say nothing about this dude. Like it's like he Black Jesus or something. Why? Why we can't say nothing about him? He ain't did shit. This man is from Chicago. And Chicago has gotten a lot worse since he became president and since he's not been the president. He ain't no man of like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X that went into the communities and really made change. He ain't do that. Not even after he left the White House. So what the hell? Why should I give him respect when he lied to me and told me that it was going to be change and to have hope? And the only change he gave was to people who don't even know who they are. People who don't even want to reproduce more humans. People who say, you know, like the alphabet people. You know, that's the only people, you know, that got change. And black people, we have to separate ourselves from the alphabet people. I'm sorry. We have to separate our struggle from the LGBTQ community. We have to separate our struggle from the Spanish community. We have to get ours. We have to stop being worried about everybody else and get ours. And we have to stop being bamboozled. We have to stop being tricked. See, y'all was mad at what's your boy name? Dang, man, I always go blank. Ice Cube. Y'all was mad at Ice Cube because he wrote up a black American, what black Americans need in order to get our vote. He wrote this thing up, and the Democrats didn't even want to talk to him. And then so you know, your boy Trump said, I at least listen to you. As soon as he went to go, he didn't even go talk to Trump. It was a conference call. But when he got on the conference call and the word got out, then everybody in the black community mad. The Democrats gonna use it against him and have all y'all fooled and brainwashed. And now y'all mad at Ice Cube. And the Democrats didn't even tell y'all that they didn't even want to listen to Ice Cube. But that's how brainwashed we are, and we have to get out of that. We are not seeing any results. There's no legislation being passed. The Native Americans at least get to go to school for free. They at least had land reserved for them. They at least had reservations. They made the Redskins stop calling them the Redskins, and now they the Washington football team. They at least did that. We still celebrating Black Friday. Listen, man. Stop being so gullible. These people do not care about you. Only way that we're going to get out of this is if we pull our resources together, practice group economics, send our smart children to law school, send our smart children to get educated so they can get into these high places and really make change. Instead of letting them pick a candidate for us and then we vote for them. No, we groom the candidate up from the grassroots all the way up until they're grown. We spend our money on the highest potential children that we have. We can't be spending our money on children that's not, we got to be realistic. Only the smart children that have their head on straight and that's disciplined, that come from good parent households. We have to spend our money on those children in order to get them in the right places so they can help the entire community. There's no other way we can do this. We have to form our own political party. That's why the Chinese get respect. The Asians get respect. The Jews get respect. Every race gets respect except us because we are spenders. We just give it out, give it out, give it out. We barely get it in. As soon as we get it in, we give it out. And we crying that we broke, but we spend $1 trillion+ every year as a community. We're consumers. That's all we are, is consumers. They know that. But anyway, man, that's the end of my rant. It's your boy Reggie with the light. I hope I brought you into the light about this situation. You know, all this promise that the Democrats promise you, and they don't deliver on anything. They did it with Barack Obama. They did it with, and they're going to do it with Kamala Harris. She's going to be the next president, and that's when all hell is going to break loose. Because you can call me sexist all you want to, but don't no woman supposed to be in no leadership position. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Call me sexist. You might not like this, what I said, but it is what it is. And y'all ain't even looked up her track record anyway. And y'all say, well, you can't say no woman supposed to be in a leadership position. Well, they have made the woman the leadership of the black community, and look where it's led us. Look where it has led us to. No accountability, single parent households, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and a whole bunch of thought, hands on your knees, thought, shaking your ass. Y'all know what's going on out here. But anyway, it's your boy Reggie with the light, and a whole bunch of feminine men walking around with the it's your boy Reggie with the light. If you watch this episode of Narrowminded, thank you for watching this episode of Narrowminded. I'm out.